Welcome to my channel, I'm Nilu. For 5-minute makeup, I will take 5 minutes to put this on, and then I will tell you about every single product and how I feel about it. Let's set the timer. Let's go. Ooh, I'm scared. Okay, start by concealing my problem areas. I said this in my original video that I would put Merit stuff directly on my face because I feel like it's not really like super pigmented. I'm gonna use the blending brush. Oh man, see, this is what I said in my original video. I don't like pulling in my eyes that much. It's really hard to blend the product out with this brush because the product is so thick. It's probably the only Merit product that I feel like is actually really thick, but we'll just dab it on. Don't worry, even if I'm cutting this video because I'm pausing and getting confused, I'm still watching the timer and we're not gonna go over 5 minutes. So next, before I get distracted, let's do blush. Again, directly on the face. And like I was saying, I have been using the blending brush with my It Cosmetics CC cream. I find that with like more liquidy products, it's definitely a lot better. I do think with this blush, it might be good. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Do I need more? I feel like for the sake of this camera situation, I'm gonna put on some more. I'm at 2 minutes, 16 seconds. And again, I have not stopped the timer. I love this brush. It's really, really grown on me, but we'll talk about that later. Some people do this whole like nose, like a little bit of this on the nose blush, but I already get red in my T-zone, so I find that doesn't work for me. Not super flashy highlight. Even with me putting it on my face like that, it doesn't really show up that much. So it's not a super pigmented highlight, but I think it's nice for every day, depending on the kind of highlight you like for every day. Some people like super strobe. This won't be for you. Okay. Oh God, what am I doing? 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Next, I'm gonna do eyebrows. This pencil, I mean, it's not a pencil. Oh my God, this timer is freaking me out. With my 3 minutes and 44 seconds, I like to do like a little bit more on the edges just because that's where I get the most patchiness. Okay, I can't do this. I don't have time. Next, mascara. I love this thing. It's grown on me a lot. And I got it all over my lid. So now we have eyeshadow on too, apparently. Oh my God, I have 30 seconds. We're gonna do lip product and then we're done. Boom. Ooh, this thing's dirty. 4 minutes, 55 seconds, and we did this whole entire look. This just goes to show that when you're running late, you can do a messy job like I just did. No, but I actually think it looks decent. Like it's just a very natural look. It doesn't really look like I have much makeup on other than this, but I think that's the point. It's the no makeup. So I like that I was able to do this in 5 minutes, although I would definitely take a little longer in my daily life just because I don't like to feel rushed. My actual routine definitely includes a little bit of an eyebrow pencil to fill in those patches. So now let's talk about how I feel about these products after using them for a few months and overall what I think about the brand. Earlier this year, I did a Merit Beauty first impressions, swatches, and a full day wear test. That was kind of my first foray into Merit. Since then, I've been using some of the products more than others, and I want to walk you through a really full review. If you've watched any of my older videos, I used to do a ton of Sephora favorites videos. I would always do a first impression video where I would swatch it, tell you what I thought right off the bat, and then later I would usually follow up with a wear test or like a week of wearing the products. And I think it's really nice to have both perspectives because obviously your first impression does mean something, but it also is important to use it for a while and really get like a solid feel of what you think. I'll start with the first product that I think I raved about in that initial Merit Beauty video, and that is the volumizing brow pomade. I still use this every single day and I love it. It's kind of like a setting and a tint in one. So it holds the brows, but it also gives you like a little bit more color. I still use my NYX micro brow pencil because I still feel like I need some filling in the patches that I have. But if you did watch my original video, I said that I liked this a lot better than Glossier Boy Brow, and I still stand by that opinion. The next item is their Perfecting Complexion Stick in Ochre. This thing I just cannot get behind for some reason. I don't know why, but it just is not floating my boat. It is a little bit too thick. That's partly why I didn't know what to do with the blending brush that they gave. which is actually incredible, but I've been using that with my NARS concealer that I've had for too long. But I use those like every single day, no matter what. And I tried to replace my NARS concealer with this. It just didn't work for me. And if you've had a better experience with this, let me know and let me know how you use it. Next is their highlighting balm. This one is in the color Kava. I think I was pretty neutral about this. Like, I liked it, I didn't love it. I still kind of feel the same way. If I'm gonna use a stick highlighter, I think I would want a little bit more of a highlight. I use this on and off. I use it sometimes. Sometimes I use powder highlight instead. I'm not going crazy over it, but I do really enjoy it and I use it once in a while. One product that I think kind of confirms for me why these follow-up reviews are important is the Perfect Black Lengthening Mascara. This thing is like waterproof to the extreme. It is so wild. It's hard to take off. I remember in my first impressions video, I spent like 10 minutes trying to get the damn thing off.
You guys, this mascara is still on. And I used my heavy duty shit.
I tried using micellar water, then I tried my Clinique Take the Day Off balm, and then it still was on. And most recently, I think what kind of solidified my love for this product is that I wore it and then I slept in my makeup that day, which is bad, don't do it. But I did it. YOLO. And the next day I woke up and there was no raccoon eye situation. The mascara was fully in place. I think my eye was itching or I had an eyelash in my eye and I was rubbing my eye much harder than I would condone ever doing. And none of it flaked. None of it came off. I mean, this thing is like indestructible. For me, it's definitely not like an everyday mascara just because it is so hard to remove. But I think any kind of like long day or any outdoor activities or somewhere where you really want long wearing mascara that will not budge, I highly recommend this. I don't find that it gives me too much volume, but I'm actually okay with that because I know not only is the natural makeup movement kind of a trend right now, I think personally I've always kind of liked it better, so I'm pretty happy with it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the cheek color in Beverly Hills. It's a little bit too easily blended away. So when I put it on and I blend it out, it's just like gone. It may work for some of you, and if it does, please comment below and let me know how you use it and what advice you have for me. Now, I don't have the actual blending brush that they gave with me, but I will insert some video or picture of it here. It's dirty right now and needs cleaning, which who knows when that's gonna happen, right? It's like the death pile for brushes. That one I'm actually loving. Again, I don't love it with the Perfecting Complexion Stick, but the blending brush is really great. I've been using it with my IT Cosmetics cream. I still use my Beauty Blender a lot, but when those are all dirty, I use that. So I just like keep going through brushes till everything's dirty and then I'm forced to wash them all. Last but not least is their tinted lip oil in Marrakesh. I still love this. I don't really use many tinted balms or lipstick these days, but I do find myself reaching for this when I wanna like feel better about wearing lipstick or I'm at home or doing something where I'm like, you know what, I can reach for a fun lipstick and it'll be okay. I like that it's like an oil. It reminds me of the YSL Rouge Volupté, I believe oil balm, something like that. I used to love that, but it was way overpriced and didn't really have much color. I find this one's a lot more pigmented, it's a lot more comfortable, it's longer lasting, and it's definitely nice because when it wears off, there's still a little bit of a tint on your lips. So even when the actual product's gone, it's almost like it's a slight stain, which is really nice. I also find that this one feels more like an oil, like it actually feels like a whipped oil consistency, whereas the YSL one almost felt like silicone-y to me. It was slippery, but in a very weird way. And this one's also very thin and can almost feel slippery, but it just kind of depends for you, I think, what texture works. I think the thing about reviews is like it can be very black or white, like yes, this product's great, no, this product's not, but I think what's more important is to break down who it might be great for and who it may not be great for. So for me, I do really like this because it's pigmented and I'm not one to reapply. That is my recap, my about 3 or 4 months later recap of Merit Beauty. Overall, I really like the products. There are some that I would repurchase and some that I wouldn't. I know many people during this pandemic have been wearing tons of makeup still, whether it's just to feel good at home, whether it's just to be creative. If you're still doing that, more power to you. I personally have not been wearing a lot of makeup. Having like a tight kind of edit of what products I use is really, really helpful. And this kind of line plays into that. Products that I would repurchase. But definitely my top 3 items would be the brow tint, the mascara, and the lip balm, which is interesting because I think those were the ones I gravitated toward at the beginning. I didn't really like the mascara much, but it did grow on me. And for those of you who want like a very subtle highlight, the highlighting balm, it's amazing. Like it makes you look very naturally glowy. Whereas for me, I like a little bit more of a highlight. And maybe that's just because I have a little bit like a more tan olive skin, but I think it just depends. I hope you enjoyed this video. I like doing recaps because I think they're really helpful, not only to see first impressions, use it for a while and really develop a solid opinion about the product can kind of help you make a helpful decision. So if you do decide to buy any Merit products, please use my link. I get a small commission at no cost to you. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think if you've tried this. Please subscribe for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. I'm not really a minimalist when it comes to life, but when it comes to makeup, I'm definitely a minimalist.